Campaigns, issues, progress, and the future. All big topics on Mackinac Island this week during the Detroit Regional Chamber's Policy Conference.
24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin is there live, as he has been all week. Rick?
You know, that's the whole point of this meeting, is to get decision makers together to talk about new ideas, new best practices, new ways to move Michigan forward. Oh, there is one other thing, too. It's a really good forum if you're running for office.
The legislature.
At a panel this morning, our discussion with leaders from around the state was about Michigan leading the way. But this week has seen some other conversations about leading, like who's leading in the U.S. Senate race and how those major party candidates might lead if they win that rare open seat. Democratic candidate Gary Peters and Republican Terry Lynn Land talked to this group and to me about why they are taking on one of the state's biggest races this year.
I just think it is so important that in the U.S. Senate that we have common sense, practical problem solvers that are willing to reach across the aisle and get things done. That's what I've done in the House. I believe it's so important that we have someone in the Senate that does that as well.
What made you decide to run for this office?
Well, you know, Secretary of State, local county clerk, and working in the community. Also a small business person. I now have a business with my son, and I'm a mom. And I saw that we really needed someone that could go down to Washington, D.C. and get things done.
They're already beginning to point out differences in what they believe, and like many Senate races around the country this year, one of those big disagreements will be over the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare.
Because Washington is broken, and now it's breaking Michigan. It's over-regulating our state, it's over-taxing our state, and no more can we see that than the Affordable Care Act. For example, 225,000 Michigan families have lost their insurance.
My core belief is that everybody in this country, no matter who you are, no matter where you live, should have access to quality, affordable health care. To me, that's what you do when you live in the greatest country on earth.
Of course, there is much more to this conference than politics, but some of these big races certainly have garnered a lot of attention. I just talked with Kevin Orr, who is the emergency manager for Detroit, a few moments ago, and he is still cautious about some kind of a financial deal being worked out for the city. He'll wrap up this conference tomorrow when he speaks before the assembled group. And tonight at 10 and 11, you'll hear two different views of where Michigan is going. Are we really on the comeback, or is the comeback only for a few? That's the question you'll hear from Republicans and Democrats tonight at 10 and 11. Live on Mackinac Island, I'm Rick Albin, 24-hour News 8.